It witnessed the conquest of England. Then it disappeared across the Channel for almost 1,000 years. Now, one of history's greatest treasures has finally returned to Britain. But this isn't just the journey of a tapestry. It's the return of the story that changed a kingdom forever. For the first time in almost 1,000 years, the Bayeux Tapestry has crossed the Channel and arrived on British soil. The nearly 70-metre-long medieval embroidery was moved from Normandy to the British Museum in London overnight on July 10th, in an operation kept under wraps until the very last moment. Woven from wool thread onto linen, the artwork traces the story of the Norman Conquest, a history that binds Britain and France together, often through bloodshed. George Osborne, chair of the British Museum, confirmed its safe arrival in a post on social media.
I can confirm that the Bayeux Tapestry has just arrived safely and securely at the British Museum.
Details of the journey were withheld for weeks for security reasons, and even now much of the route remains undisclosed. The tapestry left its home in Bayeux and travelled by road for 11 hours, passing through the Channel Tunnel under police escort before reaching central London under cover of darkness. It was sealed inside a climate-controlled case fitted with a shock-absorbing cradle, built specifically to protect the fragile piece from vibration and changes in temperature. British Museum Director Nicholas Cullinan described the moment as the culmination of years of preparation.
It feels extraordinary that after so much work and planning and care and thought that it's actually happening.
The tapestry depicts 58 scenes from the build-up to the Battle of Hastings in October 1066, when William, Duke of Normandy, defeated King Harold's forces to become England's first Norman king. It was commissioned by Bishop Odo of Bayeux, William's half-brother, and is believed to have been stitched by English women, possibly nuns, before eventually making its way to France. The loan comes as the Bayeux Museum undergoes renovation work, and in exchange, the British Museum will send the Sutton Hoo collection of Anglo-Saxon treasures to Normandy. French President Emmanuel Macron, who first announced the arrangement last year, described it as proof of the enduring bond between the two nations.
The Bayeux Tapestry has set off for London. This millennial-old treasure that recounts our shared history is crossing the Channel, thanks to the teams who made this historic gesture of trust, culture, and friendship possible. Long live the Entente Cordiale.
The exchange is also being read as a wider gesture, one aimed at repairing ties between London and Brussels since Britain's departure from the European Union. The tapestry goes on public display from September and will remain at the museum until July 2027, giving visitors the rare chance to view the entire work laid flat rather than mounted against a wall.
Well, you know, a few years back, I've actually visited the Sistine Chapel a handful of times, and it's stunning, isn't it? It obviously left an impression, and if you think about what we're trying to do here is we're trying to bring awareness to art, you know, and try to entice people who might not love art to come in and enjoy it, and hopefully go see the real thing.
So the Sistine Chapel is one of the most celebrated artistic achievements in the world. I would call it one of the artistic wonders of the world, in fact. And Michelangelo was invited in the 16th century to paint frescoes in the Sistine Chapel, including that famous ceiling. And he was reluctant to take on this commission because he was a sculptor and not a painter. And he brought that sculptor's eye to what he painted over the course of 4 years, working with scaffolding that he had specially designed. So what we have in the Sistine Chapel is a feat of human imagination, storytelling, craftsmanship, and also physical endurance. I'm also really excited for members of the public to see the creation of Adam. That is such a key moment and an artwork which we've seen reproduced on t-shirts, tea towels, everywhere. Everybody knows that artwork, but I think here they really bring it to life and show that Michelangelo was a sculptor, and the figures, he kind of sculpted them with his paintbrush, bringing them from 2D to 3D life. And through the animation here, they do come, they're brought to life.
Hundreds of hours, if not thousands. I mean, this kind of thing, if you think about, we've got 50 individual 3D models within this piece alone. You've got music composition, obviously sound design, there's the animation, there's the mapping of the room itself. Quite a bit of time. You know, honestly, that's actually a really tough question because everybody experiences art so differently, don't they? I mean, some people could look at a piece of art and have an emotional connection to that piece, and others may feel nothing. And something like this, it's a bridge, right? It bridges the gap. So everyone will leave with something a little different, which I love that.